Hi guys, if you've been following my channel, you're probably wondering where have I been? Well, have a seat, I will tell you. I don't even know where to start, so I guess let's start from the beginning. So as far as you guys know, I do have 4 pets. And unfortunately, within just 2 weeks, we were down to 2 pets. So one of the pets I have never mentioned is a hedgehog we had, and her name is Ruby. And the reason why I've never mentioned it to you, because it's actually my daughter's pet, and we had her for 5.5 years, which is pretty good for a hedgehog. As far as I know, they live between 4 and 7 years, and I want to say the 7, it's probably more in the nature, and as a house pet, 5.5 years, pretty good. So basically she poked her eye, and as you guys know, hedgehogs have coils, so they're pretty pokey, and apparently it's, I guess, a common thing with hedgehogs. So basically she had an issue with her eye for about 4 months. We had to treat her and give her medications. And you guys, have you ever put eye drops in hedgehogs' eyes or given them medicine by mouth? It's not that simple, and I had to do it for 4 months. Unfortunately, when hedgehogs get that kind of situations, what they do is just keep going at it, keep digging. Basically, they will not stop until they scratch their eye out. So we've done everything we could. We took her to the vet 3 times. As I mentioned before, medications and eye drops for 4 months of her life. And unfortunately she didn't make it. But at the end of the day, she was 5.5 years old. She lived pretty good, happy life in my family. So we went to our cabin to bury her because we have a family cemetery there. And then we come back home, and within 2 weeks, my cat Chloe, you guys all know my Chloe, and she all of a sudden just melted away, like within just a few days. It was absolutely shocker. So literally 2 weeks later, we lost our cat. So, and it is very sad. I mean, she was a part of family for 18.5 years, you guys. That's a long time. So it's definitely weird not to have her, and I'm still pretty sad about it, but I guess that's the way it goes. She also had a very long, happy, healthy life in our home. I guess it was the time to go, which I was actually surprised she even made it this long, because we did adopted her from Humane Society in northern Michigan. And it's funny because she was not the cat that I chose originally, but they told me if she doesn't get a home, she would not survive there. She was very scrawny, very skinny, not a good looking cat, let me put it this way. And since we were adopting from Humane Society, I wanted to pick a pet that I can give a chance in life. And she lived for 18.5 years. That's pretty impressive, you guys. So somebody who really didn't have much of the chance in life lived for that long. So she was definitely a big part of our family, and I'm still pretty upset about it, but I guess it's time to... I did not think I'm gonna cry, but after 18.5 years of happiness that she brought to our family, I guess it's time to let her go and move on. Okay, the next thing is, I've mentioned before to you guys about my health. And I haven't really told you much because I didn't really know myself what was going on, except I have mentioned before that I have back issues. I do have pretty serious back issues. It's been going on for about 8 years. It is due to my job, and if you guys hairdressers, you know what I'm talking about. So, but I've been kind of dealing with that and tackling the situation, finally taking control of it. I do go to chiropractors on a weekly basis. I get a massage, I get adjustments, but that was not enough. I felt like I was on a loop for all these years. I would go, get adjusted, I would start feeling better, then I go to work, mess up my back again, then I go back and they fix it, and it's on and on and on. So it's been going on for long enough where I finally had enough. I had to kind of figure it out the ways where I'm improving, not just going on a continuous loop, I guess. So I've been doing a lot of taking care of me, I guess. In the past 3 months, I've been doing yoga. I actually got Supernatural on my VR. Highly recommend, you guys, as a workout. It's absolutely amazing. So Elena is boxing now, you guys. It's pretty crazy. And it's funny because I'm not a person who likes to work out. I never have, and I think it has to do with the fact that I was lucky enough that I never really fluctuated in the weight, so I always been same size. So I kind of like never thought I needed, and I also have very physical job, and I don't really sit around for a long period of time. So I'm a very active person. So, but it did come to the point where I just have to start doing it, just for the sake of my back, for the pain that I've been dealing with for such a long time. So I started out with yoga, and let me tell you, for somebody who does not like working out, it was absolutely difficult process to start. I would honestly sit on the couch for 20 minutes contemplating every single morning if I want to do this or not, come up with all these excuses why I should not do this today. And then I finally pretty much told myself, what is wrong with you, Elena? The video is only 10 minutes long and you've been complaining for 20. Let's just do this, let's get it over with. So that's how I basically talked myself into getting into this routine. I would literally just get up in the morning, I would still be in my pajamas and just turn it on the video and start doing it before I even start overthinking it. If you guys are like me and have no discipline when it comes to workout, I guess that's the way to go. You just have to talk yourself into, you have to force yourself every single day, and until you get into this routine. Once you do, it gets easier. At least for me it was. And also I have mentioned my VR. So since I'm not a person who likes to work out, I definitely don't enjoy conventional workout. I just find it boring. Treadmills, I don't know where I'm going. I have no destination, I guess, and I find it super boring. I don't want to lift things up and put them down. When it comes to weights, it's just not something I enjoy. I'm just not a workout person, and it's okay. It's not for everyone, I guess. My son finally convinced me that I have to have a VR, and boy, am I happy that he did. It took him almost a year to convince me, and I thought I'm too old to even have technology like this. I felt like I'm not a child. I just didn't feel like it's something that I would enjoy, since I'm not necessarily a gamer. But I guess I found myself in VR, and Supernatural, guys, as I mentioned, is absolutely amazing. It's a great workout. It's not a gaming, it's actual workout. The music is incredible. There is a flow workout, there is boxing, there is stretching, and I love meditation at the end of my workout. It gets me in a happier mood and just better mindset, I guess. So surprise, surprise, but I absolutely love such an unconventional and unusual workout, I guess, but it's been working so good. In fact, I love it so much that I haven't missed one day since I got the app. I guess it's time to get to the biggest reason why I have stopped filming for a while, and this one is big, you guys. I am still trying to wrap my head around it and trying to figure it out how I'm gonna live and function with that. It started about last February that I started feeling really, really bad on a daily basis, and I couldn't figure it out why. So it wasn't back related, it was something else that I did not know what it is. I would get really, really bad hives all over my body. I would get so itchy, and you could not control that kind of itch. And once I would scratch, I would get like swollen tracking on my body, and it would be on daily basis. It was so painful and frustrating. I couldn't really sleep. It was absolutely insane, and I didn't know what triggers that. Why am I having this kind of symptoms all the time? So, and I was itchy head to toe. I mean, it's absolutely insane. I would wake up from bleeding, scratches and bruises all over my body because I was doing it basically 24/7. It would come and go, but it would be basically every single day, any time of the day. It would just all of a sudden happened and it goes away. And of course, since it was skin related, I went to dermatologist and he was trying to figure out for quite some time what was wrong with me, and finally he sent me to allergist. And as you guys know, for some reason it is very difficult to get in with doctors these days. Well, unless you go to gynecologist, you guys, then it's not a problem. Everybody else, it just seems to be such a long wait. Finally, after a few months of trying to figure it out with dermatologist what's going on, I was finally able to go see a allergist. And turns out, you guys, I'm allergic to plants. Like what? It is absolutely insane. I'm like still trying to wrap this around my head and I can't. Like, how is the plant person is allergic to plants? Well, I am. So it is absolutely crazy. Especially a while ago, I've been to the same doctor. I was checked for allergies before and I had 0 allergies, you guys, and now I have a whole list of them. It's absolutely insane. So 2 days after my cat dies, that's when I found out about my allergies. So I'm allergic to cats. So, but I guess that's not a problem anymore. And it's just crazy to me. And it's not that I'm allergic to a particular plant. I'm allergic to a variety of different things. So basically, I'm allergic to trees, I'm allergic to grass, I'm allergic to weeds, which, as we know, a lot of plants are weeds. I'm allergic to pollen, also mites, including dust mites, and molds, and also cats, you guys. And now it makes so much sense, you guys. A while ago, I want to say back in the spring, I was telling my friend that I don't need to look at under a microscope with my plants. I know when my plants have mites. I could be just nearby and I could tell. And she's like, how? You can only see them under a microscope. And I'm like, I can feel them. And I didn't understand back then that I was actually reacting to them. It's not that I could feel the mites, it's just I was reacting to them. I would be nearby a plant that possibly have some kind of mites and I would immediately start getting itchy and get swollen, get welts on my body. And now it really does make sense. Boy, was I surprised when my doctor told me, not knowing that I have this whole jungle going on here, that if I have any plants in my house, she strongly suggests to get rid of them because of the plants itself and mites and molds and all of that and all of our plants, you guys, will like it or not. I mean, mites are they're just everywhere if you think about it. And I'm also allergic to dust mites, which is like, okay, it's everywhere. Everywhere I go, it's on all over my couches. It's all over any fabric that I have in my home. And there is no getting away from this allergies. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. So I've been kind of trying to figure it out, done a lot of research on allergies and all that kind of stuff, and been trying to figure it out how I'm gonna live with this. And first thing, I thought maybe I do need to get rid of my plants. And I did give away, I want to say 25, 30 plants. I just basically take them to work and I give them to my clients or people at my work. And plants like Calathea, which is, we all know, is so prone to spider mites. As myself, I mean, I was kind of washing them and spraying them almost on a weekly basis and they would still get spider mites on them. I ended up just throwing them away, you guys. I just couldn't handle that anymore. And honestly, those kind of plants, I did not want to give it to anyone because you're gonna set them up to fail, and that just means so I just literally put them in the trash, although I should have kept them for people I don't like, maybe. Just kidding. As I've been researching about allergies and trying to figure out how I'm gonna live with all of this, I guess. So I had to kind of really process all of this information and figure it out how I'm gonna live with this new situation, and should I really get rid of all of my plants or figure something out? I don't know. And I realized, what is the point of getting rid of all of my plants? I mean, if you think about it, yes, I have a lot of plants at home, and if I didn't have any, I go outside, I'm exposed to same stuff that I'm exposed in my house. So doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Obviously right now we're going into winter. I will feel so much better because at least I'm not exposed to the same stuff outside. But indoors, anywhere I go, I'm going to be exposed to same stuff. So I've decided that I'm gonna keep my plants, you guys. I'm gonna go against it. Although after doing so much research and listening to allergists, and they basically said, if you're allergic to grass, good luck. I'm just hoping if I developed this type of allergies out of the blue, that it might go away at some point. I mean, I would assume so. So I've been trying to be proactive about certain things that I can't control. So for instance, I've been trying to detox my body from allergens and toxins and all that kind of stuff because it supposedly should help to some degree. I also purchased 3 air purifiers. I have them throughout the house. I have a big boy, it's pretty large, you guys, in my kitchen, kind of close to my dining room, and that's where we at. That's where majority of my plants are. The next one is a middle boy. He is in my bedroom next to my nightstand, and I have them running basically 24/7. And the third one is a little boy. I got a teeny tiny one for my closet since I do spend a lot of time in my closet, you guys. That's the only place I can get away from my family. In fact, a lot of the videos that been made, they were made in my closet. I would just sit in my chair and just edit videos there. Literally, that's the only place I could be left alone. Also, I'm on prescription medication for allergies, so I've been kind of managing it, and I want to see what happens in the spring once everything's starting to grow and sprout, and how am I gonna deal with this. So I guess I will decide then what I'm gonna do. I guess time will tell. I do realize though, keeping all of my plants, that's just not gonna be a realistic option for me. Although I'm trying to manage the situation, I definitely believe that at some point, maybe come spring, I would have to downsize my collection quite a bit. But I guess time will tell. As of right now, I decided that I'm gonna keep them. I'm going to film about them and share with you guys, because at the end of the day, you know, plants, this is my hobby. This is how I keep my sanity. This is how I made through pandemic and all that stuff. So it's like sanity versus health. I mean, you have to think about it. My sanity is part of my health, and I don't want this to be taken away from me. I really do love my plants, although I did had to step back for all this month and just kind of focus on taking care of myself. I didn't really pay as much attention to them. I didn't really spend too much time with them. I want to say sometimes I would completely neglect them for weeks. I would just get into the room, water them really quick and get out. And I think because I just did not know what to do with all of this and how to deal with my new situation, now that I'm kind of having some kind of idea how to live with that and how to go forward, I guess we're just gonna stick through it and see how it goes. I guess this is it for this video, you guys. I think this is as personal as I ever gotten on this channel, but that's my reality. That's what I'm facing right now, but I'm not a quitter. I don't want to give up on things that I love, so I'm gonna fight this. I'm gonna try to figure this out, you guys. So I think next video I'm going to make for you guys is Hoyas that I purchased before I knew all of this. But I did purchase some Hoyas, and last time I think I bought some, it was August, you guys. So there is some Hoyas that you have not seen yet, but I do want to show you those plants to you guys. So next video I will film, show you what I got, and I think that would be the last video on buying plants for a while until maybe I downsize quite a bit and I can buy one here and there, I guess. Look out for that video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for understanding. Love you guys. Bye.